how could I put this so I don't sound like a bitch? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review video on the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. Using this foundation for those of you guys that asked me to review this foundation. I got a lot of DMs and I did get Snapchats of people asking me, and I also got comments on some of my YouTube videos as well asking me to review this product. So this is for the people that wanted to listen to my opinion, wanted to hear what I had to say about this foundation. Now, before we get started, I want to invite you to hit that subscription button if you're not part of my YouTube family. And yeah, with that being said, let's talk about the tea before we start into the review of the video, because I actually did a review on this foundation. So you guys know Tarte released this highly anticipated foundation that the whole world was waiting for. They released it in 15 shades, 2 shades being for women of color. Now, to me, that's racist. I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think. It's kind of like a whole situation. My opinion, you guys, I was just super excited when this came out. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to try that because I am a #1 fan of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I had always said it to myself. I'm like, you know what? I can't wait till the day they release a foundation with the exact same formula as this concealer. No, it is not the exact same formula. Let me just break that out there. But I was like super excited when, you know, I found out about this whole thing right here. It does come with a doe foot applicator, which I fucking hate because you're not going to be able to get all of the product out of this glass bottle. So I didn't mention that in the video. I said it now. Let's get that out of the way. You know, I would understand if the whole shade range situation happened to a really small company, but we are talking about Tarte here. We are talking about a company that's huge. You know what I mean? Huge. So for them to release this foundation, a foundation that everybody was waiting for, light people, medium people, and dark people, everybody with every skin tone was waiting for this foundation. And for Tarte to release 15 shades, 14 being light and 2 being, you know, deeper, it's just unacceptable. It's 2018. Everybody should be releasing, you know, foundations for everybody. This review actually judging the product that is in this bottle. Do I think you should go out and spend your money on this? Definitely not. I feel like you should get a sample if you are one of those people that were really waiting for this foundation and you really want to try it out. I promise you, you're not missing out on anything. With that being said, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoy this review, and if you do, don't forget to thumbs up the video while you're watching, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys can see, I have a bare face, so we can test this baby out. I'm gonna use my Luminizer Pores No More primer by Dr. Brandt on half of my face, just because I have really been loving how this makes my foundation like stick. So this is what I'm gonna apply on half of my face, and let's see if it like adheres better to this, just because the foundation that I got is a matte one. So yeah, let's find out. As you guys can see, I have not opened the box yet. I just got it in the mail like right now, so that's what we're gonna do. I need some scissors though. Oh my gosh. So all this packaging and paper for this little guy, as always. Don't you just love it when companies do that? Here's an up close of the foundation box. As you can see, it's just like regular standard Tarte packaging. Nothing fancy, nothing out of this world. I got mine in the matte version just because I am combination skin. And I got mine in the shade Light Sand, which you guys already know the drill with that. This is what the bottle looks like. As you can see, it looks exactly the same as the concealer, which I don't mind. I mean, it is a glass-like bottle, so I don't mind. It looks pretty similar to the concealer itself. I mean, you guys already know the drill with that. And it comes with a doe foot applicator, the exact same thing as the concealer. So yeah, Am I supposed to like shake this? It doesn't even come with like any instructions, but I'll kind of read what this is supposed to do. This is a vegan and oil-free full coverage foundation with a creamy texture and modern matte finish. It says it's supposed to smooth over pores and imperfections with rich airbrushed full coverage that dries to a flawless matte finish. It says the formula absorbs oil and shine while leaving the skin creaseless, hydrated, free of flakiness or cakiness, and helping to improve the skin's health. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys have like heard that description a million times. So this does have a 4-star rating. It does retail for $39. So I'm just going to, this is the side where I primed my skin with the luminizer primer. So there you go. One like thingy, and you get a good amount of foundation. So I'm just gonna go in with a beauty sponge because that's normally what I like to apply my foundations with. It is oxidizing, that I am gonna tell you guys off the bat. So you guys saw when I first applied it, it looked really light, and now it's getting darker. So this is one layer on half of my face. I feel like it's not full coverage. I feel like it's like medium coverage right now. I do want to build it up a little bit more just because, you know, I like my full coverage. So I'm just going to apply more and see if I can build this up and it'll look nice. So let's blend this out. So that's 2 layers. As you guys can see, I feel like now it gave me high medium coverage. I still wouldn't say it looks like super flawless because you can definitely still see my redness around my nose area. So right now I'm not thinking it's like full coverage. I feel like it's really like high medium. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my face where I do not have a primer and see how this blends out. There you go. I did get a shade really light. This is like super light for me. I feel like the concealer is gonna be darker than this, but I mean, I guess we're gonna have to work with it. It did oxidize, but it's still super light on me. Yeah, my concealer is in the shade Light Sand, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this and see how it blends on top of the foundation. Besides the fact that I look like super white right now and I look so washed out, this is what the foundation and concealer are looking like. Obviously definitely the wrong shade even for myself. This is like wrong in all levels. But as I said it in the intro, I really wanted to try this foundation for myself just because this is I feel like this is like America's #1 concealer right now, and this is such a good concealer. And when I found out that they were coming out with a Tarte Shape Tape foundation, I literally died. Wanted to see if it worked, if it didn't work, the coverage, despite of the shade range situation, which I do not agree at all whatsoever. I feel like Tarte just busted like a racism type of shit, but I mean, you know, this is for the people that wanted to know what I think about it and the review and whatnot. So anyways, back to the foundation. Right now, it's not feeling matte. It's not feeling matte at all whatsoever. So I'm definitely going to be setting this foundation. So I'm going to be finishing the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back to give you guys my final thoughts and see if I like this shit or not. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. As you guys can see, my face looks pretty fucking white. Like, I tried as much as I could to like bronze my face, and yeah, I still look really white. But up close, looking at the foundation up close, everything blended out really nicely on top of it. Like cakiness going around my chin area, around my nose. You can definitely see my pores. It looks pretty heavy. I don't know, not liking it. Like separating around my nose area. So yeah, I'm not liking it around my nose, and I have somewhere to be right now, so kind of sucks. Super up close, just so you guys can see that around my nose it kind of like rubbed off. You can definitely see my pores like coming through. It caked up around my chin area. yeah, not liking it. So I'm not liking the foundation right now. Maybe it'll like settle into my skin within the hour mark, or maybe once I'm like outside. I do feel like there's better foundations out there that are full coverage, that are going to keep you matte throughout the day, that are going to control your shine. Definitely not going to look like this. I don't know if I should go ahead and set this with my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Maybe that will help it out a bit. I'm not loving the foundation. I feel like the Infallible Pro Matte 24 Hours by L'Oreal is definitely cheaper, and it's definitely better in my opinion. This is something that, this foundation is drugstore, and I stand by this foundation. This is such a good foundation from the drugstore if you have oily skin. It doesn't leave me feeling drying or anything like that. So right now I'm not loving this foundation out. I do not think it's worth the $39. I do not recommend you buying it either. I mean, I recommend you getting a sample of it and kind of testing it out before you actually commit to the full-size product. Then again, with the whole shade range situation, just because it's not a foundation that everybody can purchase, I feel like this shouldn't be out on the market. So those are just my thoughts. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you want me to continue to review foundations. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. Bye guys.